There is this video I want you guys to watch. And when watching, I want you guys to really give it some thought. If this is the kind of world that we want to live, if this is the kind of place we want to bring our children to live, or if this is the kind of universe that we humans deserve to live. I understand that in this world there are good people and there are not so good people. But sometimes, if you see the things that we Africans go through in the Middle East, then you will sometimes forget that in those areas or in those places, there are still good people. You would think that everyone living there is so bad. The way employers in the Middle East treat their employees or treat migrant workers is so deplorable. It's really sad. So if you came across any video or any article about the way we Africans are being treated in the Middle East or anywhere around the world, please send it to us through any of our social media platforms. You can find them on this channel description section. We shall be happy to share those stories with the rest of the world in hopes that some of our African brothers and sisters will get educated and will be informed on which countries they can go for greener pastures. Because the honest truth is, some countries, especially in the Middle East, are not good countries for us Africans. And we all must acknowledge that. So, watch the video.
Emma Mbura is a Kenyan senator who campaigns for the rights of Kenyan women who are sent as domestic servants to the Middle East. Today she's on her way to the hospital to visit Mary, a Kenyan maid who is badly burnt in a fire at her employer's home in Jordan.
Nilipofika kwa jiko, Maria akapiga nduru, wakaamka. Mama, nini Maria? Nachomeka. Nisaidie mama. Alipotamka, nilihisi kuna mtu ananipiga mateke.
For a month, no one in Jordan, not her employers or the recruitment agency, informed Mary's family of the accident until she was put on the plane home.
You can just imagine the pain that she must have felt. And the extent of the torture is so severe. Sometimes you cannot believe that one human being can do something like this to another. How can a person do such a thing to a fellow human being? And I believe that she might not even face any punishment from the authorities in her country. Because as far as I know, they do not regard us or they do not regard migrant workers as anybody. Most countries in the Middle East are like that. That's exactly how they treat migrant workers. They underpaid them, they torture them, they maltreat them. This is something really serious. And I understand that in those countries, there are good people. I also understand that some of our brothers and sisters living in those countries are having a good time. Their lives are much more better than others. For that, I understand. And I also understand that the Middle East is a society like any other area. So there, of course, will be some good people and some very bad people. But the number or the amount of things done against Africans in those countries is far too many. If you ask any person, put 2 or 3 people and ask them about any country in the Middle East and hear their response, I think 2 out of 3 will have a very negative response about the countries in the Middle East. Because most Africans who have been to the Middle East or who are in the Middle East are not finding it easy. Some of them are there because they have no other way. They have no choice. That is why they are there. It's not because they like being there. It's just that they have no way out, and that is why they are there. Stories like this should really get us talking, should really get us thinking if we should be going to the Middle East in search of greener pastures. Because from all indication, it has been proven, or we should have known by now, that we are not welcome in the Middle East. We should have known by now that we will not be treated fairly if we go to the Middle East, because hundreds of thousands of Africans have been to the Middle East and they can testify. And I know there are some of you guys who are living there, who are having a great time, who do not really care about what others are going through. And you guys are the first people to say that people deserve what they get. But I want you guys to remember one thing, that we Africans are not really moving ahead that much because of lack of unity. We are not united. We do not speak in one voice. And if we do not speak in one voice, no one really hears what we are saying. Our voices are being silenced because we do not speak with one voice. I posted a video last time talking about the way Nigerians are being treated in the UAE. And a few people came out to say that they deserve it because they are misbehaving in the UAE. Some of them even took their time out to lecture me about how the UAE is a sovereign country and the UAE can do whatever they want to do. Which I think, yeah, fair point. They can do whatever they like to do. No one is disputing that. But my problem is that we Africans must learn to be united. That is the only way we can move ahead. You see what happened to this lady in Saudi Arabia. You see how her employer treated her like an animal. Even people do treat animals better than what they did to her. So my brothers and sisters, this should be like an eye-opener to all of us. We must all understand that no matter how bad things are in Africa, please, there are countries we shouldn't go there for greener pasture. There are countries who do not wholeheartedly or warm-heartedly want us to be there. There are countries who cannot openly say don't come because they feel like people are going to cry out about racism and other stuffs. So they allow us to come in and then they use other means to torture us. There are countries that when you get in, they will hook you down with their policy that you cannot get out. There are countries that we shouldn't even be thinking of going to, given the fact that they have shown to us that they do not want us there. There are many countries around the world that you can travel to for greener pasture. Those countries which are very, very friendly. But most countries in the Middle East are not friendly. They are not friendly to Africans. So before embarking on any journey abroad, please, please, please do some research and know exactly where you are going. Learn about the country that you are going to and if they are friendly to Africans or not. Because if you go to a country that is not friendly to Africans, you will find it very, very hard. Things will be very, very tough on you. And you will realize that all the money you've spent paying for flight ticket and visa and prepare for this journey will all be a waste. So my brothers and sisters, please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about this lady who was tortured by her employer in Saudi Arabia? And have you heard of similar stories of Africans, mostly ladies, who are being tortured by their employers in the Middle East? Do you have a friend, a brother, a sister, or a neighbor who have been to any country in the Middle East and who can share his or her experiences living over there? Kindly let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you guys have to say. Remember, this platform is dedicated to educating and informing people so that we can make wise choices when it comes to ourselves and the things we want to do. And also, like this video, share this video, leave us a comment below, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Little deeds of goodwill like this one helps the channel a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. Thank you very much for watching this video, and like always, see you in the next one and card.